back to Sage Nell TV. My name is Sage Nell. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back and thank you for your time and attention. I'm Sage Nell. I am a certified and a practicing professional counselor and therapist, and I will be analyzing the Big Brother Naija show from a therapist point of view, starting from the reunion. Now, I want to talk about the Prince Tolani badge thing, the Prince Tolani badge thing going on, and what went on versus what is being said right now. The summary of it all is that a lot of times many people do not know that they are behaving in a certain way because people have their blind spots that they are not aware of at the time. And when they come to self-awareness, whether by introspection, learning from other people, learning more about themselves and environment, then it's their responsibility to actually admit, grow, and become better people. Now, there's the conversation going on that went on in the episode 3, day 3, of whether Tolani Badge and Prince, and there's the Prince part talking about Tolani Badge not giving him space. I do not know if Tolani Badge saw that part or remembers that part, but it is true. If you watched the show, you remember that it was almost as if Prince did not have a breathing space, and that was part of what, according to him, shared was the reason for the collapse of their ship, according to him, because it seems as though Tolani wanted just her time. She did not want him to spend time with other people, and it was a problem for him as a person. And so we have the Watoni, and then the Nengi thing. Of course, many people still hold that view that Prince really did like Nengi. We can't say still at this point, but really didn't like Nengi, and because Nengi did not give him face, then he went for Tolani Badge. We don't know, but the truth is Tolani was right when he said Prince was the one that actually came and said, okay, you know what, let's make what it is that we are trying to do official. So basically, Prince was maybe not deliberately all over the place with a lot of women, but specifically when it came to Prince and Tolani Badge, even though Tolani Badge rightly shared that she wanted to remove herself from the point of the desperate girl who is throwing herself out there, in the house, she really did not give Prince that much of a breathing space. I am not saying she's that person now. This is not in the house. This is the reunion. Everybody is grown and better, hopefully. But back then, that was what we saw on TV, and I hope that is something that she has worked on personally. But apart from that, Tolani Badge shared that she felt hot because it seems as though Prince never really liked her. Prince never really liked her. My own view, and so I begin to conclude this video, is Prince really had eyes for Nengi. He really did have eyes for Nengi, and if there was no option after Nengi, maybe he would have stayed. But Tolani seemed to be I don't know if to use the word the boldest women out of the pack that were having whatever they called it, octagon, triangle, square. And when I mean being the boldest, she wasn't going to just have it like, oh, let's just hang out, let's see how it goes kind of thing. She wasn't going to have that. You were either going to be with her officially or you were not. So that was the kind of energy that Tolani had around her and even shared, and that probably made Prince to actually take the step to say, oh, okay, so I choose you. Which, if you look at it, there is nothing really wrong with that. You do not want a sane person doesn't want anybody just hanging around them loosely without defining where it is going or where it is not going. However, a lot of times, people have said, oh, if you're not in the house, you will not know. It's always good to remember, whether you're in the house or not, to remember that it is a game, and you cannot truly know who you should be with or you should not be with in the house at that time. You can try to form bonds and friendship, but you cannot make a marriage in the house at that time. I'm not saying that either party, Tolani or Prince, were trying to form a marriage at that time, but the truth is, when looking at it now, looking back at it now, maybe they put so much pressure on themselves. But at the same time, when you're in the house, at least putting yourself in the shoes of the people, empathy, they are all they've got. It's not like they have 100,000 people to look at. So they want to be that sort of commitment. This person doesn't want this person to flirt with that person because they will not feel safe, and then because they want to have this romantic partner, and so on and so forth. Anyways, all of that was sorted, or should I say still sorted, and it resulted into something not so great that I shared in my first video for the day 3 analysis that you should check out. But I will summarize and bring out the lesson from this. The truth is, the BB Naija, the BB Naija game is a game. Yes, it is a real life space where people come together and form friendship. But when it comes to relationship, and this is one of the reasons why I decided to come and analyze it as a therapist, because I saw that that gap is even missing. When it comes to relationship, it's always important that anybody that's going to go into the house gets it right in their head to understand that they cannot put excessive unnecessary pressure on the person inside the house. You can try to carve out something more intimate, something more solid, but you cannot finalize it right there until you come out. Especially when it comes to relationship, I see that a lot of seasons, many people do not learn these lessons. They come out, and the people that were even forming ships do not talk to each other anymore. So I think that that's something that is important. However, the people that Naija show would always really have parts where people come in, want to mark their territory with a relationship, want to mark their territory with a relationship. I want to be with this person, want to leave that person, because of course the people that are picking the youth together are not sleeping. They are going to always try to pick attractive people. They have the they have the criterias, and they are very strategic on the kind of people that they pick. So it's important that you are aware of that. I'm sharing this with you as a therapist. You are aware of that, and then you are also solidified. Now, this is not to say you go into the house and you start being cold and say, oh no, I'm not going to talk to anybody. But it's just to remember from the lesson that we've learned from Tolani and Prince, that do not, I don't want to use the word force, but do not be in a hurry to make a person make a decision. And that is what I will close with. Tolani, at that point, for those who really followed, wanted a decision, wanted Prince to make a decision. This is a guy that was still hurting from dengue and hanging around Watoni and just here and there. It was too fast. Yes, it was valid, and it will make sense if you are in the broader world, in the outside world, but in that house, being the fact that they were there for that period of time is a good start. But to hurriedly say, oh, just choose me already, is probably what caused the heartbreak, because Prince was just choosing based on availability and based on necessity, not really based on choice. I want to learn your own thoughts and comments about what you think regarding the Prince and Tolani bad ship, what could have happened, what I may have missed, what they can do better, and hopefully it is our hope that they get to be friends beyond what has happened. I'm Zenia. I would see you in the next video. Do well to subscribe and share this video with at least 2 people. Thank you so much, and bye.